we should. We should.
I
know.
But we all have copies of the drive.
No, we did. Well, no, I don't own these to the drive.
Oh, man.
No.
I was gonna
I
say,
barely
Amy and
have
I
one
can
for
get
me.
on there and peruse and edit little clips.
Make you into a GIF.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be
good,
awesome.
good. I'm totally gifable. Is that a thing, gifable?
I don't-
It is now.
It is now. It sounds really cool. We should make
I
our
mean,
own
it's like,
GIF. Yeah.
Are you memeable?
I don't know.
Because I mean, a meme would be worse to be a meme than a gif.
I don't know, because at my writing group Saturday we were talking, and one of the girls there, I love her so much, but she's really mad at me. She hates because of what happened in one of my stories. You know how I killed off someone. So she's like, I hate you. And I'm like, that's okay. You know, so we're talking, and she was like, I'm gonna make a meme about it, and I'm like, is it bad that I'm kind of excited for the day when that happens? Because I'm like, that's gonna be so cool.
You will have arrived. If
Yes.
somebody makes a meme.
Yes, about
Or
my
even
book.
if they make a gif with like a quote and whatever. That's
gonna be awesome. I can't wait until there's a whole fandom dedicated
Yeah.
to the Cleveland Chronicles.
I don't know that you don't necessarily have whole fandoms related to your contemporary Christian romance novels.
I think that's probably a little different than what.
Yeah.
Well,
We just have
fantasy.
fans.
We have to work harder.
Well, fantasy
Yeah.
is known for having fandoms.
Yeah, we need that.
You know, and I'm like, I cannot wait until the day when that happens. That's gonna be so cool. Anyway, sorry.
I know who's introing.
I don't know. Me?
Okay.
And what are we doing?
Novellas.
Novellas. I got so confused. I thought we were talking about fandoms. Hi, welcome to Once Upon a Fandom.
We could
We've
talk
talked
about
about fandoms.
fandoms, but it's really weird when you're talking about contemporary Christian because
Yeah.
it's more.
It's
You're a fan of the writer.
Mhm.
You're a fan of the genre,
Right.
but not
Since the
necessarily
series,
The
Mhm.
series, yeah.
Carrie Kingsbury has
The Baxter
family.
Saga. Oh my
I could
god,
see-
there's like 80 billion of them.
I
Not
could
quite,
see
but
I could
close.
see how fans would get more excited about the relationships, like the couples, probably more in contemporary.
Well, there are certain series that I really gravitate to because of the characters, but at the same time, and I mean, you could almost say there are ships in there too.
Mhm.
I mean, like I know in fantasy there's the shipping of this character and that character and all of that. You know, there are a few. I've read a couple that I'm like, no, I'm shipping these two.
Yeah, yeah.
I these
And
two,
that's
not
what-
those two. Get
And that's
them out
what
of the
makes
way. Move
it so much fun in the fandoms, though, because
Uh-huh.
you get one group of people that like what the author has done, and then you get a whole other group of people that are like, no,
Team
we
Gale,
need to
Team
ship
Peter.
these two people, So that's
Oh,
part
and
of the fun.
they think it out completely.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
It's like oh, she shouldn't be with so and so because of this, but this is why she should. I mean,
Yeah.
they can't necessarily write a 3-page paper for class, but you sit down and you say, "Tell me why you're Team PETA," or "Tell me why you're Team Gale," and all of a sudden,
Not Team Gale.
you get this very thought out. I mean, deeply thought out. I mean, sometimes it's like, well, he's just hotter. Well, okay, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. But you get into the psychology of it, and he was here for this, and they've experienced the same things, and you get this one over here, and his mindset is very much this, which she can't handle emotionally, physically right now.
And
PETA gets really...
PETA loved Katniss from years before she even paid attention to him, and I'm Team PETA. Sorry. Me too. I love him. Amy's just looking at us.
No, I've read it. It was not a series I enjoyed.
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite series.
No.
How about television? Let's go Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, did you watch that
Ooh,
TV show? I
are you
love.
Hook?
Yes. Hook. Oh yes.
Yes.
Emma and Hook.
Much better than Emma and Neil.
Yeah, no, Emma and Neil. We have to post this video, Heather. We have to. What is making this a video? All right.
This is our fandom video. It's impromptu, and I'm sorry you didn't get an intro.
No, she did.
I did. I did.
Okay,
I did a fake intro.
Yes, and then we just started.
And then we
with it,
just started,
yes.
and Amy's just looking at us like, I'm not a
You
fantasy
should
person.
Mr. Darcy and whoever, I don't even
There you
know
go.
who
You don't know who Darcy is?
Oh, jeez!
Lizzie.
It's
Lizzie! Lizzie!
It's like the most famous couple in the world.
She breaths. Let it out. The air is warm, the grass is green.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe she thought that Lizzie should have been with a dreaded cousin. Mr.
Joe from a
Collins.
different book.
Mr. Collins. I love my favorite scene in the movie.
Mr. Collins. Oh my.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I love.
I have not read Pride and Prejudice.
I'll bring you
Just
a copy.
so you know,
You
I've
need
got
to
a
borrow.
copy of
I have a copy.
I've just not read it.
It's so funny.
And I watched the movies a couple times, different ones. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know who these people
Here's
are.
the
and I
deal
can't
about
follow
Jane
this,
Austen.
so-
People say that she writes romance. Jane Austen does not write romance.
That's not romance.
It's not
No.
romance.
That's way too depressing for
Yeah.
romance.
It's snark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jane Austen writes snark.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at her society and then she makes fun of them.
Mhm.
And it's awesome.
So you
Yeah.
didn't answer my question.
Okay.
Did you ship these two together, or did you ship her with someone else?
It's been so long since I read it the first time.
Since
And
we're
I've read
going
it
with
like
that old style fandom here.
I've read it so many times now that I can't remember what I was thinking the first time I read it. And honestly, it's not my favorite of Jane Austen's books.
Really?
Like I love it, and I
You
reread it
wouldn't
about
know
every
that
other
by
year.
the way she attacked you.
I know, right?
I just can't believe that you didn't know who Darcy ended up with.
Oh my goodness. That's
I
okay.
was like literally going through all the remakes from Hallmark in my head going, what do they always name the girl? What do they name the girl?
That's so funny. Oh.
No, I actually like Emma and
Okay,
Mr. Knightley
just-
better.
Who?
Emma
Oh,
and
okay.
Mr. Knightley.
Okay.
Because they
I
start out
haven't
as
read that one.
friends
Mhm.
and then end up as romantically involved at the end. Sorry, spoiler alert. But it's like that to me is way more believable than Darcy just saying, forget what my family thinks and all this money and you know, the fact that at the beginning of the book I thought I was too good for you. I'm gonna marry you anyway, you know.
Right. Now, which movie version do you like the best?
Of which?
Pride and Prejudice. I love the Keira Knightley version. I'm sorry.
I love both of them.
That is my favorite.
I love
I
both of
watched
them.
that and watched that over and over and over.
And
again.
honestly,
I don't think I've watched either one of them. to be
it just
quite
like
honest.
breaks my heart. You have to watch it.
I sit there and watch these and I'm like, I can't remember who all these characters
Oh
are.
my gosh.
That one is, I think, related to that one. Oh no, they're kissing that one, so I'm pretty sure they're not.
they wouldn't
I'm
be
like,
kissing
and they were
because there's no
name tags
kissing in
or
Regency.
something.
I mean, I've even went so far as to I love to listen to the soundtrack to that movie.
That's
it is
a really good soundtrack.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it is absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, side note, you should watch the movie.
I'm sorry, but
Keira Knightley, and what is the guy's name? I can't think of the guy's name.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But
Keira
Colin
Knightley.
Firth is
I
way
know
better
Colin
at
Firth is
Darcy.
more-
See, I don't know. I like.
I
I love
Did
Keira
somebody
Knightley.
sprain their ankle? Like trip and they like
You're
hurt
thinking
their
of Sense
ankle?
and Sensibility.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that I've seen that one.
So, do you have any fandoms then? Since we're talking about
Yeah,
fandoms,
yeah.
is there any fandoms that you do like? That's not contemporary.
I don't.
You have to have
Is
something.
there a Jane Austen fandom?
Probably.
Probably. I would
I
think
mean, there
so.
are a
I would
lot
think
of big,
that
huge Jane Austen fans.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like,
Well, you would think so with the Regency.
Yeah.
and
you
which
just
is really
love-
funny because she wasn't actually Regency.
But you
she
love
was
your
before
Regency
it.
books, though.
I do love my Regency books. I do. And I've discovered that there's a lot of books now that the characters in the book actually love Jane Austen. And so the author like incorporates some of her stuff in, like
What about
authors? Catherine Ray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Catherine Ray does that with a lot of her books. I read a Pepper Basham book recently, and her character had actually flown to England to go to like a Jane Austen festival in Bath, which is funny because Jane Austen hated Bath. But and then she met the guy over there and fell in love with him,
cool.
and she like hit him with her bonnet. It was hilarious. And so, like, there's a huge
I would
Jane
say
Austen fandom, I guess, is what you would call it. I don't know.
Okay, well, what about like The Princess Bride? Do you like that movie?
I love The Princess
Okay,
Bride.
okay,
I
so
was
we
quoting
can.
it the other
Okay,
day.
so Heather and I can keep you in the group.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
I read them and I watched all the movies.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I enjoyed
I'm a
those.
huge Pirates
but
fan. I've watched the movies, but they're not
I've seen them once or twice.
Okay, I don't
Some
know.
of them I can quote.
I don't know if I can be friends with you two if you don't like.
I'm very
Pirates of the
much in
Caribbean.
the Marvel
What is-
universe. Do you like the Marvel
Yes,
universe?
I like
Okay,
the
there we
Marvel
go.
universe. Yes,
I've seen most of those too.
I am
Most.
because
She says
most.
most. of them.
I am
Well,
because my
it is
son
severe.
is and my husband likes them, and so.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not a huge like. I love the movies. Okay, like all like I can watch all the Marvel, all the DC, whatever. But like, I don't know the comic storylines.
Mhm.
And so,
Yeah.
like, my son and I get into these big, huge talks, and he's like, and I'm like, why do they keep remaking all these movies, the same movie, but with different characters and different stuff? And he's like, Mom, he's trying to explain this to me. He's like, Mom, there's like the Marvel universe, and there's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then there's the and I'm like,
Well,
I don't.
And you get into the
Oh
whole
my
fact
gosh,
that
I'm like-
different people own the rights at different
Right,
times. So,
exactly.
especially you see it in the X-Men series
Mhm.
because I think 3 different companies have owned the rights.
Mhm.
And they've retained rights to certain things, so
Think
you
so.
can't go back and do this. And you
Right.
can't, that's why you have 2 Quicksilvers.
Right. Yeah. Well, we just watched WandaVision not long ago, and I
That was good.
loved it.
Enjoyed that one.
So
it was
good.
so weird to start
I
off with you
know.
going, huh?
Yeah, at first
I mean, I
was
love
like,
it because of the nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like Bewitched. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like, you
yeah, I loved it.
know, the Brady
too.
Bunch, you know.
Yeah. My son Daniel, he started watching it without me. Watched like the first 2 episodes, and then he was like, "Mom, you gotta watch this with me. You're gonna really like it." And I'm like, "Okay." So then we like made it into a thing, and we watched it every week.
Okay, now you like Snark.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I haven't watched it yet. It's on
The banter between those
Is
2
it good?
is like
Yeah.
the best thing ever. My friend David texted me. He's like, "That's you." They totally just put you on the screen.
Yeah. Well, I just finished watching Shadow and Bone on Netflix, which is a fantasy. It's from it's made from a book, so it's on my list. And
Firefly?
I haven't watched Firefly, and
Go
I
watch it with your kids.
okay. I get a lot of people that are like, how can you write fantasy? You want to watch Firefly? But it's because I know that it only got
It does,
1 season,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, that
And
will
then
break
a movie that
my
will break your
heart.
heart.
I know.
No,
I'm
the
like,
season ending is bad enough, but the movie that wraps it all up,
really?
oh my
See?
gosh, it will wreck you.
Have you seen Firefly? Okay. See, because like I really wanted to to get invested and to watch it, and then I'm like, I'm a binge watcher, so like if I get invested in something, I'm gonna watch it to the end.
Well, you can
And
watch
then-
it to the end.
I
It's very
know,
quick.
but then I know, but I'm gonna want more, Heather. I'm gonna want more.
Then you watch Castle. Because
haven't
you know
seen
how many
Castle.
times he references.
Oh really?
There's like a scene where he comes out dressed up for Halloween and his daughter's like, "What are you?" And he's like, "Space Cowboy." And she's like, "Didn't you do that like 5 years ago?" I mean, and it's
Yeah.
totally referencing his time in that. And there are and all the people that were in Firefly make appearances in Castle. It's cool.
I probably will still watch it, but I'm
I
gonna be
have to
sad.
tell you, I did not watch like any sci-fi or anything like that until after I married my husband.
Oh really?
Did you not have brothers?
I have a brother, but he's 4 years younger than I
Oh,
am.
okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
you ruled the TV.
Yeah.
No.
It was the other way at my house.
I have never ruled the TV like ever in my whole entire life.
I
I
got
don't
to
rule it
watch
now. I didn't rule it
Star
then.
Trek.
See, I'm not
See,
into Star Trek.
My
Yeah.
kids, my brothers were.
Yeah, I like Star Wars, but I'm not into
Jeremy
Star
is
Trek.
big Trekkie, and I have like slowly gotten him
What
to
about
watch more
Doctor Who?
Star Wars.
Oh.
I've never seen Doctor
Oh.
Who.
Start with Blink.
Okay.
Blink is like the episode to start with.
What's
It's the longest.
Is that in like season 1?
No, it's after the Chris Eccleston and it's on to the David Tennant. And it's actually
What does this mean? I just need to know what season. Because I tried watching Doctor Who.
Don't watch the really
And
old
I
ones.
watched the first season,
You
first
mean like
episode.
The first season?
Yes, and I was
the
like,
really old black
yes.
and white.
No. It
The
wasn't black and
remake
white.
with Chris Eccleston.
I guess, but
Yes,
it was
okay.
season 1 and the first episode, and I'm going, people like this show?
Oh yes,
I can't
yes.
get into it.
And actually, I
No
started
offense
with
to
Chris
Dr. Who fans.
Eccleston, and he was for the longest time. It was like, nope, this David Tennant guy, nope. And now I'm like, I'm sold on both of them. They're both really good. And Matt Smith is pretty good
Because
too.
there's like, what, 50 seasons of this show? So
Well, if
like,
you go back, but from the reboot, there's less than that. And you'll start with the episode Blink. It's very light in having the Doctor. I mean, he's not a central character in that episode, but you watch that episode, I guarantee you will be hooked on the show. You will go back and watch them all.
Okay.
And yes, the production quality when Chris Eccleston was there for his season, it was very like 80s kind of production
Right,
quality.
right.
It's like, oh my goodness, that's. But
It gets better.
you get into the story of it, and each episode gets progressively better with the production quality.
See, and I
And
heard,
then when you get to David Tennant, it's like phenomenally different.
and then I've heard the Supernatural's the same way, that it gets better.
It does.
But yeah, I
I
couldn't
watched
get
that
through
one
the
too.
first season
I
of
binge
it.
watched all.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think at that time it was 12 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you? What fandoms are your favorite? Because Heather and I love fandoms. Amy is on the fence. But
We'll
that's
get her
okay.
in there
We'll get
sometime,
her
yeah.
eventually. We will pull her to our dark
When her
side.
kid's old enough to start watching the movies and like the Marvel movies, and things like, she'll get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
Okay, she's seen the Marvel
She's
movies.
seen them.
So she's got her feet wet. So what fandoms do you love? Let us know. And we hope you enjoyed our impromptu. Heather's laughing at me. I'm really excited about this fandom talk because I don't ever get to
Nothing to
talk.
do with books, but yeah,
It's okay because it's awesome.
We talked about Jane Austen.
We talked about
We
Jane
did,
Austen.
we did.
And you know,
And we started with Gail and Peeta,
yes, we
based
did.
on books.
We did.
Uh-huh.
And if you know me, you know I love TV shows anyway. So
Me too.
it's part of my thing. So anyway, let us know. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and bear with us. And we'll see you next time. Bye.